Hey guys, welcome back to another one. So today I'm going to be showing you kind of the typical Conibears that you'll be using in the lower 48. And with that, for me, I usually use kind of 4 different ones. So starting off, we have the regular 110 Conibear. So what people typically use for muskrats, squirrels, usually things of that size, nothing really any bigger, as they are not very strong. They only have the one spring. And they are quite small in diameter as well, but they do very well for the animals that they target, which is mainly muskrats, sometimes mink for that aspect as well. So going up in size here, the next one on the docket would be the 155. So as you can tell, it's basically the same size as this, just slightly bigger, but it also has 2 springs on it versus the 1, so it's twice as strong in theory. So this can really catch those if you have larger muskrats, larger mink, things like that. Not really getting into the coon size yet because coons are quite big, and they wouldn't be able to most likely get their head in there, and if they did, they might be able to pull out. So I would not recommend either of these for raccoons, mainly that muskrat mink area, as long as squirrels, if that's something else that you are going to go after. Thirdly, we have the 220, so this is where you'd actually be using it in your bucket sets and stuff like that, which I'll probably be showing in a later video as well. So these are really good for raccoons, possums, skunks, stuff like that, that size. These will work well for them. You just have to be careful if you have any dogs around, as it can catch a dog and it can kill smaller dogs. So I would only recommend using kill traps if you know that dogs aren't going to be an issue. As you can see, the 110s do not have a safety, the 155s do, and going up they all do as well. So all the way up to the 330, they all have safeties because they are strong enough to really put a damper on your day if you get your hand stuck in there. And plus that makes it where you can preset them, because most people can preset or set a 110 just with their hands, but doing 150s, 155s and 220s and up, not everyone can do it, so they kind of have those safeties on, so you can put them on so you can preset them before you go out, and then you're able to easily set them up and not have to bring out your setter and try to do everything when it's really cold or anything like that, or if you're on a time limit. So that's the 220. A lot of people use them for water sets as well, so run along banks and stuff like that. And then lastly, we got the 330. So depending on your state, you may or may not be able to use this on dry land. For me, not able to, as it is too big by law. But some people do use it for raccoons, kind of the same things that those 220s do, just this does it on a larger scale, so you can really catch those big coons. Most people in my area typically only use this for beaver. So I don't run a lot of 330s, as I don't have too many beaver spots, and beaver are not very high in value or anything like that. So the only reason I would target beaver is if a farmer needed me to. A lot of people do get flooded fields from beavers, building dams and stuff like that. So a lot of people like to get those taken out as soon as possible. So I do run about 5 to 10 of these, and at any given time I might only have a couple out on the line because of that. So we'll start down here with setting them off so you guys can kind of see the different power that each of them have. So we'll go ahead, we'll move this one away from the other trap so it doesn't set off all of them at the same time. So this first one is that 110. So we'll go ahead, we'll stick the cable underneath, and we'll go ahead and pull the trigger here. So as you can see, that was quite a bit of power. That's plenty to dispatch a muskrat and stuff like that. but that would not be enough to really get rid of the raccoons and stuff like that. So we'll go up to the 155 for everyone, and we'll make sure both safeties are off, which they are. So we'll go ahead, grab our string here again, or cable, put that around there. Oh. Just gotta pull it a little bit harder. There we go. As you can see, that was considerably stronger. So a lot of people like to use these instead of 110s just because of the fact that they are so strong compared to them. So you don't have to worry about anything not really getting dispatched in that. People can have 155s do very well for raccoons. Not if you set them on purpose, of course, but in case coons could be in kind of your muskrat line, that would be an option for you. If not, upgrade to a bigger trap or to footholds where you can drown them. So we'll go ahead, take off the safeties on the 220. And we'll go ahead and set this one off as well. So that one, as we keep going up, gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So very, very nice for raccoons and stuff like that. They'll dispatch them right away. So we'll go ahead and go to the 330s. So 330s are great. They are big enough where a beaver will try to fit through them. Even if it's a 70-pound beaver, they'll still fit through this pretty large hole. But once you see a 70-pound beaver, you think, oh my, you really thought you were gonna fit through that really easy? So with this one, we'll get a little bit further back so this doesn't hit me. We'll go ahead, get that around there, and we're about to set it off. So as you can see, that was very strong. If you get your hand stuck in that, it's going to be a very bad day. Most of these you might be able, 110 you can get your hand out, 155 you can, that one will really hurt, 220s really gonna hurt, 330s, that is very dangerous. Be very careful when you're handling 330s because they are strong enough to break or to really hold your arm in there, and you can't really get it off unless you really train for it and know how to take the proper precautions for it. So with that being said, if you have any questions or anything like that about the line, about the different traps or anything like that, leave it in the comments down below. And if you want to see anything else, just let me know as well. And yeah, like and subscribe for more.